Good morning, everyone. I was just doing some studying and I wanted to kind of share what I was learning. Not only because I hope it'll encourage you, but also because it helps solidify it in my mind. So I was reading Isaiah chapter 42, and it's about the Lord's chosen servant, which is Jesus. But in a way, it's also us as we choose to follow the path that he laid out and be like him. And I was looking at the chapter and I was kind of labeling the different things, like what he does and what he doesn't do, like the things that kind of define what the Lord's servant looks like. So like if you're a servant of the Lord, what character qualities should you have? Like what are things that define you? So some of the things are he's strengthened by God. So if you're a servant, a chosen servant of the Lord, you draw your strength from God. You please God. God is love. So the things that you do are loving, not by human definition, but by God's definition. And so when you act according to love, you are pleasing God. You carry God's spirit, because it says that in that chapter that God placed his spirit on his servant. You bring justice with you. So when you see things that aren't just, that aren't true, you carry that spirit of justice with you, and it's part of your role as a servant of the Lord to bring justice to a world that is so twisted. I was also reading in Isaiah 59, and one of the things that it said was, truth stumbles in the streets. Honesty has been outlawed. Truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked. God is amazed that no one intervened. And so it says that he decided to intervene. He put on the body armor of righteousness, a helmet of salvation, his robe of vengeance, and his cloak of divine passion and zeal. And through that, he gave us a new covenant, that his spirit would never leave us. His word would endure forever and be on our lips and the lips of our children. And that's where we are right now, living in that covenant, which takes us back to Isaiah 42, where as it says that a servant of the Lord is called by God to demonstrate righteousness. So you will feel and hear God's call on your life. His spirit will be on you. His spirit is a sevenfold spirit of wisdom, understanding, discernment, like all of the things. And so when that's on you, you're going to act different. You're going to demonstrate righteousness. And that's pleasing to God. So those definitely go together. It says that he holds God's hand. I think that that's super cool because in Isaiah 42, it's referring to Jesus. And if Jesus holds God's hand, how much more do you and I need to hold God's hand and walk with him? Because when you're holding someone's hand, you're walking with them at their pace. Like you aren't pulling them or dragging them or letting go so you can do whatever you want. Like you're with them in their presence. It says that a servant of the Lord is given to the people. So that gets us to the word servant. A servant isn't here to enjoy the passions of the world, the lusts of the world. They aren't here to please themselves. They aren't here in search of satisfying their own lustful desires, whether that's to make money or be well known or sexual. Any desire that's worldly, that's not what we're here for. We are here as servants given to the people to witness truth the way Jesus did and to be ambassadors of the name of love and to represent God in everything we do. We're here to bring him glory, to be honest and truthful, to witness truth. And when we witness truth, that's God at work. And we are able to point it out and say, hey, did you see that? That was God. I saw it. I know what he looks like. I know what he acts like. I know what he does. I am a witness to the truth that was him. And that's how you bring him glory. By witnessing, by calling it out, by pointing it out, by teaching other people to see it and recognize him at work and everything. It also says that they are a light that guides people. If your actions and deeds aren't that of the light, if they aren't of the kingdom of light, you aren't guiding anyone to Jesus. You aren't demonstrating righteousness. You aren't bringing justice. You aren't being truthful. And it also says that it frees captives from lies. So that gets back to being truthful, honest, a pure representative, allowing God to sanctify us, to purify us, so that we can free people from the lies of this world, from the mental prisons they're in, the false beliefs. Some of the things that it says a servant of God, of the Lord, does not do. A servant of the Lord does not shout. A servant of the Lord does not raise their voice in public. A servant of the Lord does not crush someone who's weak or extinguish hope in a person. A servant of the Lord does not falter. They do not lose heart. And a servant of the Lord does not steal God's glory. Nothing we do on our own. It's all through his power, by his power, and in his spirit, through his spirit. It's not anything of our own, lest otherwise we could brag and boast. But it's only through his glory, his goodness, and his mercy, and his love working through us that anything good happens. So when you do something and people are like, oh, wow, you did such an awesome job. You're so smart. Like, I never would have thought to say that. You know what? I wouldn't have either. And the glory goes to God. I'm not stealing his glory. I'm not taking his fame. I'm not taking credit, because that was all him. He taught me. He showed me. He led me. He instructed me. He trained me. He healed me. It is his spirit on me. It is not my works. Not my knowledge, not my skill, not my understanding, because I know me and I be dumb. And I wouldn't have said that, because I be dumb. And so if it wasn't dumb, it wasn't me, it was him. I'm weak. I give in. So if I was strong and I didn't, and I stood up for what was right, that was him working through me, because I am practicing surrender, humility, and asking him to do it. I'm asking him to take control. I'm asking him to help me, because I can't do it. So don't steal God's glory, because a servant of the Lord does not steal God's glory. When you even think of Jesus, Jesus often, so often pointed to the Father, prayed to the Father. He did it out loud so people could hear and understand his thought processes. I did the cuckoo sign, but Jesus ain't cuckoo. But Jesus said it was all for the glory of the Father, so that the glory of the Father could be revealed. He was there to be obedient to the Father's voice. The end of the chapter of Isaiah 42 tells us that we're supposed to sing. Sing everywhere. It was like sing on ships, sing on the walk, sing in the dark, sing in the light. Like, just be singing. And it's crazy, the power of song. You don't have to have a good voice. I heard this one leader say, he's like, if you can't sing, shout. He goes, my wife sings, I shout. And I'm like, dude, that's legit. Like, I feel bad for the people in front of me, but sometimes I be shouting. And I'm like, Jesus, this is all for you. And it's about our heart. Singing is in the heart. And it doesn't... Another thing I realized is, like, it can sound... Sorry, my alarm went off. It can sound weird or bad to you, but God has the ability to let other people hear what he wants them to hear. if they're submitted to him, if they're surrendered to him, you might think you sound bad, but they might think you sound awesome. You never know what other people are hearing. So keep that in mind before you start making excuses. And no excuses, drill sergeant. We're in the Lord's army, and we don't make excuses. We say, yes, sir, and we do it. And then we ask for help because we know we aren't good at it. Another part that I really liked is we have to allow Jesus to lead us, blind Israel, down a new path. We have to watch him brighten and light up the darkness and allow him to smooth the path in front of us. We are blind and we don't listen. We refuse to act, just like the priest and the Levite in the parable of the Good Samaritan. So we need his help to surrender and to act according to his will. So that's what I got out of Isaiah 42. It really encouraged me. And so I hope that some of it can encourage you. I hope that you're able to look at yourself and do an honest evaluation according to the level of faith that you've been given, to realize how much you need to rely on Jesus, ask for his help, pray without ceasing. We're supposed to be the watchman on the wall, praying and sending God to work. It says we're not supposed to give him any rest until the temple is perfect. We are the new temple. We are the living bricks that are making up the temple. And when we pray for God to help people, he gonna help them. It might take some time because they might be stubborn. They might need a while, but he's patient. So we got to be patient. And we got to let him work. And we have to rest while he does it, which shows that we trust him. Or we go do some other good work that he has planned for us. We go serve the people. And we pray for the people. And we love the people. Because he loves them. Not because of anything they did. But because of what they are. A creation made in his image. I love you guys. Very obviously, he loves you more. And I hope you have a great day.